the Hallmarkies Podcast. We're so excited today to be here doing a special episode. This is going to be fun. It's very exciting. We are talking about dating and the Make It a Date promotion that Hallmark has been doing. And so we just had to talk about it. I'm film critic Rachel Wagner, and I have an incredible panel here today. First up, we have co-host Caroline is here.
Hey, y'all.
Yes. And we have Amy's here.
Hello.
Yes. And special guest, we have Kari is here from Hallmark Comics on Instagram. We love her Instagram. We just had to have her on the podcast. And Kari, thank you so much for coming on. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do and how you first grew to love Hallmark?
Sure. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. I am really honored to be here. It's so fun to talk Hallmark with you guys. I've really loved Hallmark for a long time. I remember a couple of those first movies that I watched, with my family growing up. And then I lost track a little bit, but I got back with it really heavily, probably, last year only. I have kids now. I have a 14-year-old girl, an 11-year-old girl, and a 9-year-old boy. And they just will wander in if I'm watching it, and they'll sit down, and they really just love watching it with me. And so it's become kind of a family thing that we like to do. Last Christmas, I watched a lot of Hallmark, and leading up to Christmas, so it was just a blast. And yeah. I just love it.
So have you always been an artist? You started doing these, what inspired you to start the Instagram?
Well, yes, I have always been an artist, but it really informally. I like to doodle, I like to draw, I like to make the occasional birthday sign, for my family. I enjoyed that class in school, but this was a New Year's resolution for me, to be honest. I had asked for a great set of markers for Christmas, and I got them from my mother-in-law, and I thought, I need to draw more. I love that. I would just love to do it. Well, the draw more resolution is just awful because you don't do anything. And I was so overwhelmed. Like, what do I draw? What do I do? Well, like I said, I had a lot of Hallmark on my mind. I mean, we had been watching all these mysteries and all these movies leading up to Christmas. And so just some fun things in my mind I thought I'd start to jot down. And I was cracking myself up. I was like making my husband laugh. And that, that was funny because that was fun to do. And my kids, and they said, why don't you put this on Instagram? And I thought that would be a good accountability for me, actually, because if my New Year's resolution was draw a little bit every day, do something creative every day, and I had decided that this would be this Hallmark thing, I thought I'll put it on Instagram, and it will keep me accountable every day, put something out there, and it's been fun.
It's so fun. I love it. So
I did too.
Congratulations.
It makes me laugh.
Yeah. So good. Yeah. So good. So Caroline, why don't you explain a little bit what this Make It a Date thing is? You've seen the ads.
Yeah, I guess because there's no new movies and stuff, so they said, like, why don't they just have the host and stuff of Home and Family on and discuss during the movie different things, and they have the actors on and stuff and just talk about different things. I like that.
Yeah. So Kari, we're all in the singles tribe except for you. So your role in all of this is to be the guide and to help us, because you've been successful in your quest, in your dating quest. We have not.
Okay, good.
So you're going to be very, very helpful. And so what we decided to do is we are going to each pitch kind of a Make It a Date with 2 Hallmark movies each. And we came up with an activity with a food item and of course the movie. But before that, I came up with a little list of tips of how to have a great date. And this counts if you're married and going on a date, and also if you're single going on a date.
Yeah.
And none of these dates that we're pitching, I think, would be great first dates, because I wouldn't want to be at my home on a first date. These are probably better like second dates, third dates, especially if it's an online date. You want to meet somewhere else. Tip number 1. No, that's not. Okay, so we thought we'd talk about them a little bit first. We can all give some of our insight, and then we're each going to give our 2 picks, and it's going to be fun, and everybody should do these dates and let us know how it goes. Okay. All right. First tip: plan ahead, but then don't be too rigid to those plans.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you don't want somebody who's just winging it. That's lame. But you also don't want somebody who's just like ridiculous.
Right. And you like a little forethought, that shows some excitement about the time together. Yeah, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Still an opportunity for spontaneity.
Yes.
Right. Very good. Yes. And so number 2, I have, if doubling, have some time for couple time. So if you're going with another couple, make sure that you have some one-on-one time.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you could end up kind of just talking to your buddy or somebody that you're comfortable with and not talking with your date.
Right.
And it could be super, super awkward.
That's true. That's true. Or getting along with the other guy.
Oh,
yeah, that's true.
That would not be good.
That could be, there could be all kinds of landmines there. Yeah. I mean, I know it's easier when you're young, when you're a young one like Miss Amy, it's very tempting to do lots of group dates, but make sure that you have the one-on-one time. At least have like a moment where if you're going ice skating or something like that, like have a moment where it's just the 2 of you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that you know it's the 2 of you and it's intentional and stuff.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next tip: put away your phone. Turn it off so it doesn't vibrate. You don't have it. If somebody needs to get to you, they can call the restaurant. Let them know. And yeah, put away your phone. There's nothing more of a turn off when you're trying to have a conversation and their phone keeps, even if they don't answer the phone, it's still awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I agree. I've seen many Hallmark couples disintegrate because of this phone issue.
Yes. It's the bad man of business. You can't let it go.
Especially at Christmas time.
Yes.
Right.
All right. Number 4, avoid one-line answers.
Yes.
I'm bad at that. Sorry.
Because
Ooh,
a lot of
do you have
people,
a story?
when people ask you, what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite book? They are not interrogating you. This is not going to come up on your permanent record. Like, they're just trying to start a conversation.
Yes.
And so it doesn't. And there was one guy in one of my that I knew in college that it would drive me crazy because he had no opinions on anything. Like, he'd be like, what's your favorite food? Oh, whatever. I just don't like mushrooms. That was like the only thing he ever told me that he didn't like was mushrooms. And he was just so boring. I'm like, come on, have an opinion about something. And I would just hope that one of my roommates was around because this guy was the most boring human I've ever met. I'm have something that you're passionate about that you like. And
or the K, or a K. I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay.
You said, Carrie, you had a story about that? Or?
Oh no, I thought Caroline had a story about that.
Oh, okay.
No, just the guy saying K. I'm like,
yeah.
Say K one more time. Oh.
Right. Give me something to work with here. I mean, that's just a life skill, isn't it? Yeah. It's just, this volley of conversation back and forth. I answer, then I ask you a question or I add to it. And it's just, it's a really good life skill.
Next tip is try to remember one detail. I mean, you can try to remember more, but there's nothing more attractive than when you go on a second date or you just are interacting with that person a second time. So you meet at church or you meet at whatever, and they remember some little detail that you happen to mention on the date. Mm-hmm. That is so attractive.
Yeah.
That what's that?
Why should you? I said, I totally agree. But
Yeah.
tell me.
It just you feel heard and you feel understood. And I don't know, it's such an attractive thing. And there was a guy in one of my churches too that he would do that with everybody. I don't know if he purposely did it, but not even just with people that he was dating. He would do that with everybody. And then you knew that the next time that you saw him, he'd be like, well, how did that race go that you were on? And it was such an attractive quality that, wow, this person remembered this thing about my life that my own father doesn't even remember. Like, what? Or like relatives don't remember. And I don't know. I think it's very attractive, in my opinion. Would you all agree?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because they care enough to talk to you about it and to remember.
Yeah.
Like, you're a good one. Yeah.
All right. Next, we have try to make eye contact when possible. This one is particularly difficult for me because I have a lazy eye and I've had to have surgery on it twice. And so I really have to work hard. Yeah. That's why I'm better at podcasting than YouTubing. Yes, it's really hard for me to make that eye contact. But I know it's really, especially for certain people, they'll feel like, oh, they're not interested in me at all. Yeah. Because I keep, looking like this all around.
I'm really cautious about the eye contact because I work with children with autism, so I talk about eye contact all the time. So I'm like, eye contact. Yeah. And like, I'm all about eye contact.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really helps, though. I mean, it's really hard for me, but it really helps. I try.
Yeah.
Next one's pretty obvious. The avoid politics, controversial topics.
Yes.
Pretty obvious, especially these days. And then we've said it long on this podcast, but movie first and then dinner. Not dinner and a movie. That's wrong.
No, well, I like this idea. So movie first and then dinner, huh?
Yes.
To like have something to talk about, or it's like common interest type of activity. Okay.
Yeah, like, I mean, now that you're married, you probably have plenty to talk about, so it's probably not as important. But like when you're just starting, it can be a really good thing to do because then you have all this stuff. You've just seen a movie and you can get to know a lot about the person's opinions, about what they like, and
I think that's great. I think that's a great idea. There's just shared activities and shared experiences are good in any relationship. It does keep that interest and that conversation alive and stuff. That's cool.
Well, and even when you're in an established relationship, you still find out new things.
Yeah.
Like you could watch the movie and be like, I had no idea that you ever had Peruvian food before, or like just some random detail in the movie, and be like, oh, I didn't know you read that book, or whatever.
Or like, does someone want to go? Do they like seeing the previews, or do they just want to get there right at 7 when the movie starts? I'm a preview girl. I love
previews.
I love them. Yeah.
Well, so you can tell a lot about people about like what do they cry over, what are they laughing at, what are they,
yes.
You can get little hints. So
this is great. Well, it reminds me of when I watch even a Hallmark movie with each, like a different person of my family. It's a different experience every time. I mean, it is just so unique to who they are and what they get into and everything. And it's fun. It's fun to see what it brings out in them. My husband wants a match for every single character in the cast. He's like, what about her? What about him? Who are they going to date? What are they going to do? Like, babe, it's okay. Not their story.
All right, last rule. And this is just my opinion. This might be controversial. The waiting 3 days rule is stupid. If you like the person, just call them.
Yeah.
Let them know that you want to go out. Just text them back. There's so many ways, say hi in the Facebook, whatever you do. Yeah. But I think that, I've got to wait a certain amount of time before, or if you think I'm overeager, I think that's stupid.
That can be painful. Just like, oh, I know I don't like this person already. Have you done that before?
What's that?
I
probably the last one that should be giving any kind of dating advice because I'm
Oh, no.
almost 40 and single. But nevertheless, I still think it's stupid. If any guy is not as interested in you because you called them or you texted them back and you didn't wait 3 days, then forget it. They're stupid.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion. I'm sticking with it.
Yeah.
Good opinion.
Where did you first hear that advice?
What's that?
Where did you first hear that advice? Was it?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like it's just kind of out there in the lexicon.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think, Amy?
Well, especially with social media now, it's like, yeah, you're not going to text that person for 3 days, but you guys are going to see each other's Instagram posts or whatever for Facebook or Twitter or whatever for 3 days. Like, they're on their phone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, why
That's
wait? If you want to talk to them, talk to them.
That's true.
Yeah.
And really, 3 days feels like forever in social media world. It really
Right.
does.
It's true. It really is. We'd have like 3 episodes of the podcast between then and now. So,
Yeah.
hey.
Like, then that whole, 3-day rule, I'm like, well, what if they post a cute picture of their dog? Am I allowed to comment on it and say they have a cute dog? Like, I don't know.
Right. That's
Just
right.
like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, that's right. Okay, well, this is exciting. So I'll go first in pitching the date, my first date, and then we'll do Caroline, and then Amy, and then Kari.
Okay.
Sound good? Okay. So first one for me is the birthday wish date. I love the birthday wish. I think that it's such a good film. First of all, I think it's pretty approachable for people that don't love Hallmark movies. I feel like this was one of the best, and it has a really good story, and they have great chemistry, and it's such a clever idea that you get this one moment where you get to see your future, and so I feel like it's a good choice on that level.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I would actually have two food items in this date. I think you got to have chicken noodle soup.
Good. Yeah.
Because that's what he brings her when she's got the rash. And he even has the line that they're not good friends enough yet to provide a cortisone cream. And then you got to have the giant cookie for dessert.
Yeah.
And you could even make the cookies if you had a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, one of those giant cookies, and you could even do a candle in the middle if you wanted. And so then what I was thinking would be fun if you wanted to add like a little craft is you could make, because in the future when she sees him, he has a sock monkey hat on. And so I was thinking you could do, I found this really, really cute craft to make like your own sock puppets.
Oh.
You just use hot glue.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I think it's fun on a date to be like a little bit kind of juvenile, to be a little bit childish, embrace that. I think it's fun. And so I think it would be fun to get like a whole bunch of different, you have different things to decorate your sock puppet.
That's
And
cute.
just have fun with that. And watch the movie, eat your cookie, eat your soup,
Perfect.
and it'd be great. What do you think, Caroline, of my date?
I think it's very cute. I love chicken noodle soup. It's comfort food. And so and sock puppets are cute, or sock monkeys, whatever, are really cute. So I would do it.
Amy, what do you think?
I like it. I think that's cute. And you can also kind of see a bit more of like their creativity style based on like what they might want to add to the sock puppet. Are they like really no, we have to have button eyes or something like that.
Yeah, and I feel like it's something you could even do. I feel like all of those things you could easily do while you're watching the movie if you didn't have as much time. Like you could eat the soup, you could eat the cookie, certainly. You could have the movie on and have the craft table up. And so you could easily do multitask if you wanted.
That's so cute. I like it.
All right, gets the approval?
Yes.
Yeah.
And this would be one you could easily do with your kids if they wanted to sneak in on your date.
That's true. That's true. Especially these quarantine dates.
That's
My
All
parents
right.
told me and my brother to get out of the room during the quarantine. They're just like, leave.
All right, Caroline, what's your pitch?
I said, Love to the Rescue's my movie, and
Aw.
like a picnic in like while you watch the movie, and you can have the Cheeto Puffs and the wine, and then you go walk your dog, like you have a dog date while like
Oh, cute.
before the movie, and have a play date with the dogs.
Yeah.
You gotta have Cheeto Puffs though, and wine while you watch it though.
Not a bad combination.
I know, classic.
I think that makes a lot of sense because people that when dogs are, it's such an important part of who you are.
Because
So getting,
if the guy doesn't like dogs, you're like, oh, automatic, like you're done, or so
Yeah.
that's how you'll know.
you could be like in 101 Dalmatians when Pongo is like looking at all the dog pairings, dog and human pairings.
That was so good.
I love that part. I remember that when I was a kid and how each dog looked like their human.
Yeah, the human, that was.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
Funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's so good. Yeah, and what was your food item?
Cheeto Puffs and wine.
Cheeto, yeah.
Cheeto Puffs and wine.
Yeah.
Now, the fun thing about that is that it's forethought, because it goes with the movie and all that stuff. That's fun.
Mm-hmm. Or you can have like little sandwiches if you're fancy, but to get the real feel of the movie, you gotta have Cheeto Puffs. So,
Yeah. If they had an outdoor screen, they could even, like, in the movie, they go,
outside, yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Romantic, yes.
And that one's so good.
I know.
That's a very approachable one, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because they have great chemistry. Nikki DeLoach is amazing, so gotta do it.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Did everybody give everyone's percentage? Okay, so Amy, you're up next.
Okay. Okay, so I picked for the Sweetest Heart. I think this would be good, not only a single date, but also maybe a group date or even just hanging out with your gal pals. But so for the food, I thought it'd be fun if each person from the date brought like 2 or 3 weird or odd like ingredients, and then before the movie you guys have to make like a chop style, make cupcakes to watch with the movie, because the Sweetest Heart has some really weird cupcake flavors in it. And
good.
so I thought that'd be a cute activity together, baking, and then it also has like that chopped element of like, I don't know how to put this in a cupcake, but we're gonna figure it out. You can eat them while you watch the Sweetest Heart. So you're partaking in the cupcakes while you're watching the cupcake making.
Oh, that's fun.
Isn't it like peppermint and rosemary or something weird like that?
Yeah.
Some weird cupcake flavors in there.
I wonder if like this Hallmark kitchen tests these flavors at all, because
So nasty.
they were pretty odd, but they looked good. They looked good in that movie. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, they did. Andrea Brooks claims they were good.
Chris did too, so
Really?
they're good actors, but
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I like about that date too is that I feel like you get to see their sense of humor quite a bit.
Yeah.
You have all this weird food and it's strange.
And like
Right.
cooking ability as well.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're like, where's the box mix? Or
Guilty.
go for the mixer or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll have the most baking like mishaps and stuff.
And
Right.
so what would you bring for your weird ingredient, Amy?
Oh goodness. I'm trying to think. What's something? I bring like oatmeal or something strange and be like,
Ooh, yeah.
put an oatmeal in a cupcake. I don't know.
Oh, so you were being nice. That doesn't sound that weird to me. I was thinking like somebody bring like crickets or something like that.
Well, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing it as like a girls' date, like a bunch of girls,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like really weird things. That would be fun.
Yeah,
Maybe
something really
Cheeto
weird.
Puffs.
Cheeto Puffs.
Exactly.
Puffs.
Puffs and
Yeah.
wine.
Or like the challenge is to make savory cupcakes instead of sweet ones.
Oh, yes.
Mm.
That's true. Ooh.
Rosemary. They already did rosemary. Maybe, I don't know. Parsley.
Yeah, it was something rosemary and something maple or mint or something like that.
Mhm.
It was green. And wasn't there a green cupcake that someone tried? And that I was like, what is
Green tea
that one?
cupcake.
Yeah. That would be a fun one also. I think a fun movie for a date also because it shows so many different kinds of couples,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
And the levels of their relationships and stuff.
Yeah, because there's like engaged, there's new, there's
Yeah.
former, all different ones. And so I think that would be a fun one.
That's true. That's
Very
cool.
good.
Good
Very
pick,
good.
Amy.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Carrie. So what is your first pitch?
Okay. So my first pitch is the movie Season for Love. I thought that was super cute with Autumn Reeser and Mark Lucas down in Texas. And, you know, he's that celebrity chef and coming back to his home roots. And they had a relationship a long time ago, and she has a daughter. So it's just a really fun reconnecting story of a second chances. I like the second chances when you can really see them. You can see them together. And they don't start off hating each other again, but they like are reminded why they like each other. And so I like this movie a lot. I think it's really just precious. They encourage each other. They bring the best out in each other. And it's fun. It's fun down in Texas. I have my twin sisters down in Texas.
Oh.
I have a sister-in-law who lived down there for a while. And the main character, Autumn's name is Tyler. And I have a niece named Tyler. So, I mean, it's just a cute, like, movie I connect with well. But, okay, so my pitch is a barbecue cook-off. There is definitely a big barbecue cook-off scene at the end here that she wins, shocker, but she wins. And he encourages her in that. So I think either you do a cook-off, like my husband has a smoker and I do barbecue ribs in the crock pot, but they're really good when he does his on the smoker. But mine last time were actually really good. So I was like, I don't know, maybe we can enter a cook-off here, he and I, with this, with our barbecue pork ribs.
Making me hungry.
I know. Like, get a snack after this.
I know. It's a date that starts, it's a quarantine date, so it starts a long time, all day. We can have this stuff cooking. That, and then there's ice cream, there's sweet tea, there's all of that stuff, and then there's this good movie. And I think he would like this one because it's barbecue and they talk all about barbecue and there's a cook-off and we like watching cooking shows together. So this might be a winner for him. I like it.
It's a cute movie.
Yeah. Mark Lucas was so flirty in that movie.
He was.
He really was.
That's a good word.
The way that he would like find like little ways to touch her and just like hold her hand and like it was so swoon worthy.
Everyone's like, yes.
Yeah. It elevated the movie quite a bit, I felt. And they had really good chemistry. I thought everything with the barbecue competition was ridiculous, but I didn't care because they were so good. So good together.
As these competitions can go, it really would be funny to see one where the main character just doesn't win.
Yeah.
Win, and it's like, oh, too bad. And I'm trying to rack my brain to think, has there ever been one like that?
I feel like what's the one? The Jen Lilly one with the wine.
Well, she gets second place. You're right.
Yeah, so she didn't win at least.
He came in first place.
He won.
Homeboy did.
Yeah.
What's his name?
It was like, what was it?
Jacques.
It was some French name. Yeah.
Jacques.
Jean-Pierre. No,
Jean-Pierre. Something like that. Yeah.
I liked that one a lot. I liked that was fun. But
it was fun. That's the only one I can think of. Not coming in first.
The bacon movie. She won and he was second place, right? And the one that came out in the spring.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah.
You're making me crazy.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, because there was like a first place and there was like a grand champion or something like that. I think
he was a fan favorite.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
because it's bacon. Everyone loves bacon.
Yeah, who doesn't? Now I'm really hungry.
I guess the only thing you'd have to check and make sure that they didn't have any like meat issues.
Oh, sure. That's true.
That'd be the only thing with that date.
You could do vegan burgers.
No.
Yeah, like an Impossible Burger, maybe.
Yeah, vegan burgers or I don't know.
But you just have to know in advance.
Yeah.
If that was the case, so that could be a lot of fun.
I love barbecue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yummy.
All right.
South Carolina. So.
Well, my second one is technically a double movie date.
Ooh, wait.
And what I would do is I would start out getting everything and doing a little activity where you make ravioli together, and that goes into the Hallmark movie. And then I would watch Roman Holiday.
Oh yeah.
And then I would make gelato because they make the raviolis when he learns how to do it from the landlady.
Yeah.
They have a whole thing. And then when they're doing their touristing, they eat gelato, and he says, "Gelato for breakfast." That's a new one, and it's really cute. And so then you watch Roman Love, and Roman Love. It's interesting to me because I really enjoyed it. Hallmark kind of gave it the shaft that summer. They had their preview for the summer after the movie had already aired, which was so unfair. And I really liked the writing, but I wasn't 100% sold on their chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I just kind of decided to let that go because everything else about it is so strong.
Yeah.
Or if it's just grown on me and I like their chemistry more now. But I really like it. It's just so unique. It's different. The whole idea for playing this actress to be in the remake of Roman Holiday, which is a movie I love. And the whole, I feel like it did Rome right. Mm-hmm. I mean, compared to Christmas in Rome, night and day difference, I think, at least. And I think it's very beautiful. And I don't know, I just really like the script. I think Topher did a great job with that script. Yeah. And I feel like basically both the male and the female leads are kind of equal in that movie. Mm-hmm. So it should have something for him to kind of relate to. It shouldn't be too torturous.
Right. No, I agree.
And it would be fun to watch Roman Holiday, especially because they talk about Roman Holiday and Roman Love. They mimic some of the scenes. They talk about the ending. Do we like the ending? All that stuff in the movie. So I just think it would be really fun, especially for someone like me that like movies practically my life, to have a double movie date. And especially if there was some guy who was like, "This is great. I love this." Like,
winner.
When can we schedule the second date? Let's do it.
That's fun.
I think it would be really fun. And you'd get to see, making two different things, or at least you'd have a break for the gelato. Yeah. And I think it would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like it.
I love gelato, so hey.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't go wrong. I actually I've been to Rome, and when I was 17, I'd love to go back. But in my memory, at least, like every place that we went, they have a gelato. Like it would be a shoe store, and they'd have like a little thing of gelato. Like everywhere had gelato, and it was so good, so creamy.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel, just a quick little rabbit trail. What do you have against Christmas in Rome?
Christmas in Rome? I didn't think they showed very much of Rome. And I mean, like, she's supposed to be this great tour guide, this incredible tour guide. And her big thing was taking him to get coffee and an overlook. I mean, all the stuff that she did were pretty basic, taking him to the Trevi Fountain.
Yeah.
I mean, hello. Yeah. And they didn't even go to the Coliseum, I don't think.
Yeah,
in the whole movie.
They didn't.
And I don't know, I just, so that's, I really liked the baking scene though, in that movie.
But I didn't like that they were putting it together on a coffee table. That was weird.
Oh, wait, no, when wasn't that movie? Isn't that the one where she makes the panettone? Am I thinking of a different movie?
Bakery.
Yeah, no, when they bake the cookies, that was ridiculous. Because he makes a gingerbread Coliseum. And he's doing it at like a coffee table. Like, why are you doing what? And he seems to have no concept of a cookie cutter. I'm like, how did this cookie get made? He's like, what? Like, cookies don't just appear out of nowhere. Like, there's multiple steps. Yeah. And I don't know. I didn't think they had the best chemistry. I didn't hate it. It was fine. But I think that Roman Love is way better.
Yeah. Two actors that I like a lot, Sam Page and then, of course, Lacey Chabert. I like them a lot. You're right. Sometimes it is disappointing to see, like, I wish they had better chemistry. I wish I liked them together better. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why sometimes I don't like some of my favorite people being paired together. I'm like, because it takes away. I'm like,
Yeah.
if they don't have the best chemistry.
Well, and Lacey sometimes she can. I liked her movie in Bruges way better than the Christmas in Rome.
Yeah.
The Love, Romance, and Chocolate. I liked that one much better. I think that when she's given the wrong script, she can be kind of frustrating. Like, I don't know. She just can be kind of whiny.
Yeah.
And so I mean, that's certainly not her worst by any means. I really dislike her Valentine's movie. The
I want to be on that panel.
My Secret Valentine. Woo! Not for me.
I love that one. And
Me and Rachel.
You love it, Caroline?
No, I said
I
that's
love
my
it.
least favorite.
Oh yeah, good. Okay, good.
My Secret Valentine, Amy?
Yeah, I love that one. I think that's cute. She hates it.
I hate it. That's what makes our podcast great, is we have all different opinions.
Yes.
Yeah. I found her so insufferable in that movie. I was like, what's wrong with you?
Right against her. I'm like, oh gosh.
I'm like, he's being so nice. Why are you acting like this?
Yeah.
But
it's Andrew Walker. Golly, like let him help you.
Yeah. He's literally spent like the whole day helping you. What is it? And she's like, then she goes home and she's like, this guy I have to work with is the worst.
Yeah.
He's like, and then you're right, he's so kind back, because he knows. Yeah.
But that's okay. That's all right. Anyway.
Sometimes you just like something. You just like it against all odds. You just think it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes things grow on you. Like I said, at Roman Love, I feel like it. Now, if I made a top 10 of that year, I think I might include it. I really, non-Christmas, I think I might include it. I think it was close last time, but I think I would include it this time because I really like it. So yeah, and I love Italian food. It's a little risky because there's high spillage possibilities. That's the only downside.
If I'm dating a guy, they're going to have to learn early that I spill everything. Everything.
One of those endearing quirks of yours, probably.
Like, if I cook dinner and there is not something on my shirt, it is a miracle. It's just no way.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can just claim it's part of the Hallmark way where you get flour on everything.
Especially on your cheek. Don't miss your cheek.
Carrie, do you have like a special meal that's kind of like you and your husband's meal that you love?
Ooh, that is a good question. We do, I mean, he has a sous vide. He's a really good cook, actually.
Ooh,
and
fancy.
I'm really good at opening that bag salad. I'm so good at that. But I make the sides and he does the main dish. And so he has sous vide steaks that he does so well. And I do the Parmesan potatoes and we do low country boil and we just really enjoy good food. So
sounds
yeah,
good.
that's fun.
All right, Caroline, I think you're up next.
My pick is a winter love story. Is that the name of it with Kevin McGarry? Yeah. Winter Love Story.
Jen Lilly.
Yes, I love that movie. I'm a big fan of Kevin McGarry. No spoiler alert there. So I picked that movie, and I said fondue, like so you can have fondue and watch the movie because that's a winter thing to do, fondue. So you're watching a winter movie, and then you go to you read a book together or something like that while you watch the movie or after watching a movie. So I think that'd be fun. Cuddly movie.
Ooh, like a book of poetry or something?
Yes.
Ooh, that would be romantic.
Yes. Yeah. And then like you could have hot chocolate if you want because they drink hot chocolate in that movie too. And so you can do that. Yep.
I'd like that. I think that's good. Even though it's the most boring title, that movie. I love it. Yeah. I think it's really good.
It's a really good movie.
Because it's winter, so you want to be like warm feeling. So I'm like, fondue is warm. So yeah. So there you go. And I love that movie. They're so cute. And that dog.
Yeah,
I love dogs.
Just gonna say,
love dogs and Hallmark movies.
This Hallmark movie dog.
Yeah.
Bungie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jen Lilly had dog, I think, named Bungie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember saying that.
What's the chances?
Yeah.
So cute.
That one's a fun one. Yeah, I could do that. Talk poetry. I mean, that's kind of a lot of pressure. Maybe it's like third, fourth date, maybe.
Right.
Maybe your favorite poem, not
Right.
your own written poetry.
Yeah.
Yes. So my sister went on a date. She's married to this guy now, but he took her on a date to Barnes and Noble. And he said,
Oh, cute.
okay, you have 10 minutes. Go find 5 books that describe you best. Or even like a favorite book or something, but something like 5 books that are important to you or whatever.
Yeah.
And meet me back in the cafe, and they got coffee, and then they talked about their books that they got. And
That is
like
cute.
they didn't buy them, but they're like, hey, this book, I'm really interested in, gardening or something.
Yeah.
And so that's why I got this gardening book or this. I remember my sister got a book on Braille because she's like legally blind in one eye or something. She wears glasses, and so she got this book on Braille, and she told him, well, I'm legally blind in one eye, and so this is this. And I just thought that was so creative and so cute.
That is cute. Winner.
Books that describe you best, and
Mm-hmm.
so fun.
No wonder they got married. That's a great date.
That's a good Hallmark
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, that's really cute.
I love it, especially if you're a big reader,
Yeah.
and it's just fun to go to a bookshop. I love going to bookshops. And so
Mhm.
any of these hallmarks about bookshops, I'm like, oh, what's that called? I want to go there. Yeah,
Mhm.
so fun.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right, Amy, you're up next.
So my next one is the original Good Witch movie, because I think there is a severe lack on Hallmark of Halloween movies, and I think Halloween dates are like the cutest. So I think it'd be fun I found a recipe online that I was like, oh, because I like typed in Halloween meals. And I found this recipe where you make pizzas into little like spider web style with the sauce and stuff, and then you can make little spiders out of olives, and I thought it was really cute. So I was like thinking, make your own pizzas Halloween style, and then sitting and watching The Good Witch with candles like they do in the first Good Witch movie for their first date. And yeah, cute
That's cute.
Halloween themed date.
And pizza you can't go wrong with. Like, everybody likes pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
some
That-
variation of it.
My mom always told me never eat pizza on a first date because you get stuff in your teeth.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Eat it with
Yeah,
sugar.
yeah. She's like, it's messy. Don't get it on your face. I'm like, yes, ma'am.
Well, the last time I went on, I ate pizza on the last first date.
Oh no.
Maybe just like a white pizza.
Yeah.
Then it's safe. Whatever color, you're
That's
fine.
been in my head like all these years. I'm like, don't eat pizza on first date. Don't eat pizza. My mom told me don't do this.
Plus, you can be concerned if they put something like pineapple on their pizza.
Right. Mm.
Like, I don't care.
I don't get that.
Amy,
Kidding.
Amy, do you like the Good Witch series? Do you watch it? Are
Yes,
you in
I
season
love
6?
it.
Yes.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, me, Rachel, and Georgia cover The Good Witch on the podcast every week.
Oh yes, I saw that. My daughter and I just started watching because it was released on Netflix, so we're catching up all the seasons, and then that movie marathon they had a couple weekends ago, we recorded all of those, and we worked through them, and so much fun.
They're
I don't
so
know where
cute.
I've been with the Good Witch. I've missed
So
it
cute.
until now, but yeah, I like it.
And
Mhm.
I love Catherine Bell too, because that was my a side note. My dad and I, when I was little, we would watch JAG every Saturday and Sunday morning, the reruns together, and that was like our daddy-daughter time. So when I saw that, when my mom and I started watching The Good Witch, I was like, that's from JAG. I was like, Mom, that's JAG.
Yeah, she's great. And we love Catherine Disher, Mayor
Yeah.
Martha.
She's fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's become my favorite character.
Yeah.
I think
She's
really.
so funny. Yeah.
So
She's
funny.
been on our show 5 times, so we love her so much. And she's so funny. So, very good. All right, last one. Carrie, you're up.
Okay, I have Campfire Kiss.
Ooh.
Campfire Kiss from 2017. I mean, some of these are older, but they replay them so much that
Yeah.
it doesn't feel that old. But I love Paul Green. How can you not? And Danica McKellar. And I thought they were pretty good together. I know they were in one other one, Perfect Match, together. But this Campfire Kiss, they both have kids. They take them to this camp to connect with their kids, and they actually kind of all end up connecting together. And you see, of course, they're going to become a blended family. And it's just a real happy movie to me. I'm really happy for them, and they have I think they have a good chemistry. And so my pitch for this movie is you make a blanket fort, like a tent, that they do, that they live in. So you make a blanket fort, you can roast marshmallows, do s'mores, maybe if you have a fire pit or just even a fireplace, or I don't know how you do that if you don't have any of that stuff. But blanket fort, s'mores, and then a talent show. Because at the very end of that movie, they have kind of a talent show, anyone who wants to get up and do whatever they want. And I just think it'd be a blast just to bring a talent or two and do a talent show. I think it's fun.
Yeah,
That's
would be cute. It would be cute to know, like, if they have some weird, like, they play the kazoo or something like that. You're like, oh, okay, good.
If you have zero talent and sing really bad.
No offense to anyone who plays the kazoo. It was just the first thing I thought of.
I mean, what would you guys do in a talent show? Do you have like a talent that you would just?
My greatest talent is podcasting, and I don't know how I show that in a thing. I guess I would sing. I can sing.
Yeah, sure.
Halfway decent.
Ooh, that's
I can dance, so I would dance.
Ooh,
that's a good one.
I could sing. It wouldn't be great, but I
Yeah,
could.
this is like could sing.
I don't know. Maybe I'd pull out one of those old Girl Scout skits we used to have to do at camp.
Yeah. You know, always, I never have a talent for a talent show. Never, ever. And so, I mean, for this type of thing, I think I would just draw something.
There you go.
Yeah.
there you go.
Draw a cartoon, draw a comic, and call it a day.
Or you could sing a math song like Danica.
Yeah. I couldn't get through the first 10 numbers, I don't think.
All right. Well, real quick, let's each go over our two dates, and we're serious. We want to hear about these dates. We want to hear your stories, how it goes for you, and on the whole, if you end up getting married because of these dates, this will be the best thing ever. So, all right. First one for me was the birthday wish, and with the sock puppet craft, and the chicken noodle soup, and the giant cookie for dessert. Mm-hmm. And then the second one for me was Roman Love, double movie night, watch Roman Holiday and Roman Love, make ravioli and gelato, and it'd be amazing. So Caroline, what were yours again?
Love to the rescue and have a picnic and watch the movie, have wine and Cheetah Puffs, and then have a play date with your dog. And then a winter love story. It was fondue night and hot chocolate and a book reading or poem or something like that.
I think that would be fun. All right, Amy.
So my first one was the Sweetest Heart with some random cupcake chop style competition beforehand. And then my second one was the Good Witch Halloween themed date, making Halloween themed spiderweb pizzas beforehand. Yeah.
All right. Carrie?
Oh, okay, so my two were Season for Love with a barbecue cook-off, or Campfire Kiss with a blanket fort and s'mores, and then talent show.
Yeah.
Cute.
Very good. Well, I think we should definitely do this again once it gets closer to Christmas.
Yes.
We do a holiday date.
Yes.
Make it a date episode. Yeah. This was really fun. I really enjoyed this. And so, Carrie, where can people find you? Where's your Instagram? All that fun stuff.
Yes, thanks. Come visit my Instagram at Hallmark_comics. So Hallmark Comics. And I would love to just see you on there, and I hope that you get a little amused by some of these Hallmark inside jokes and observations that I love to draw.
Very good. And Amy, where can people find you?
You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at It's Amy Craig.
Great. And Caroline?
You can find me on Twitter at MetaCarolineR.
Great. And you can find me at Rachel's Reviews, all over social media, iTunes, YouTube, and on Rotten Tomatoes. So make sure to check that out. And make sure you're following the podcast at Hallmarkies Pod and Hallmarkies Podcast all over the place. And please, if you're listening on iTunes, please leave us your ratings and reviews. And if you are watching on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We are so, so grateful for that. We also have our patron group, which even just $2 a month, we appreciate it so, so much. All the information for that will be in the description section. And we have our merch store, which has all kinds of fun Hallmark-inspired merch and holiday-inspired merch. So make sure to check that out. And thank you so much, ladies. This was a blast. I really enjoyed this. Happy dating, everybody. And we'll talk to you all later. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thanks for having me. Bye-bye.